Hi, today I'm going to do a different type of video. I'm going to be ranking what are, in my opinion, the 5 most powerful items found in the game. The way I'm going to do this ranking is first by power, but also I'm going to factor in how early that item can be found in the game. Even though some items found earlier on are not as strong as the items you find on Act 5, you get much more value out of them during your playthrough just because you get to use them for much longer. Now let's get to the list, starting with our number 5 spot. In our number 5 slot we have Horacio's Spirit, a necklace that can be found only very late in the game, during Act 5 in Camille's final companion quest. This ring, the location of this necklace is back in Cannabis, in Camille's house when you visit it back for the Act 5 quest. The effects of this necklace are random, but they stack as you land killing blows on enemies, and they can give you more HP, more AC, or bonuses to your saving throws, and this is a very powerful necklace that can be worn by most main characters' build, as usually your main characters are going to be doing more damage than your companions. Our number 4 slot goes to the Elixir of Inconceivable Transmutations of Body and Soul and also Mind. This item can be obtained only on Act 5 and it gives a +2 bonus to all ability scores to whoever drinks it. It's a strong effect, but it's only found very late in the game, and the way you can obtain this is through the Kingdom Management quests. It's the rank 6 Diplomacy quest that gives you the option to get the Elixir of Inconceivable Transmutations. As a honorable mention that goes along with the number 4, we have the tomes and books that increase your ability scores by 2. Those can be found throughout the game, and I'll leave on the description all the locations where you can find those books that increase your stats. In number 3 we have the Stone of Ghostly Pathways. This item is obtained from a crusade battles that is located to the west of Dresden. You do have to go through several battles before you can get to it, and the battle is a level 8, so not the easiest one at this stage of the game. Upon completing the relic decree from the Ghostly Pathways, you can choose to make it into a ring, and one of the options is the Ancestral Retribution. This ring is very powerful because it gives the ability to, upon hitting an enemy for the first time, pushing them 10 feet away and knocking them prone for 1 round. This has no save associated, so unless the enemy is immune to prone, you are going to make them prone and will provoke attacks of opportunities when the enemy gets up. Attack of opportunities are extremely powerful because they are made at full BAB and can be buffed by the ever ready mythic ability. The only thing you need is for someone to be fighting defensively and land that hit. If you don't have anyone in your team that can hit an enemy while fighting defensively, you can choose to make the Ghostly Pathways into the Clemency of Shadow rings. This is not nearly as powerful as the previous one, but it does offer an additional attack of opportunity for everyone inside the 30 feet area, as well as give you a bonus on critical attack of opportunities that make enemies staggered also without a save, and staggered is a very powerful condition to inflict upon enemies. Though I trust that most party compositions should have at least one character able to hit enemies while fighting defensively. In number 2 we have the Broken Phylactery of Stevenius the Rotten. Another crusade battle, this one a bit easier than the previous, and is located close to Cannabis. In the decree unlocked after you obtain the Phylactery of Stevenius the Rotten, you can choose to make the Phylactery into a ring, and later into the Bane of Spirit ring. This ring is extremely powerful because as a free action it allows you to lose a bit of HP to grant that target a +2 untyped bonus to attack rolls, so it will stack with any other bonuses you have, and also transform their damage type into force for 1 round, meaning you will bypass any damage immunities or resistances the enemies might have. This allows you to hit enemies that are incorporeal for full damage with physical weapons, and also allows you to hit swarms that would otherwise be immune to physical damage for the full effect of your attacks, though it still doesn't allow you to hit for critical hits against those enemies. Some honorable mentions before our number 1 spot are Valexia's Magnifying Amulet, found during a questline in Act 4. This amulet gives a +2 bonus to the wearer's highest ability score, and that bonus stacks with any others you might have, as well as being a +5 natural armor necklace. Other item found only on Act 5 is the Mask of Most Worthy. This is found after completing the puzzles in the Heart of Mystery, and this gives a +20 insight bonus to all saving throws. It is very powerful but only found very late in the game and is also cursed, so this might not be something you want to wear. Crimson Banner is also a worthy mention, as it makes the life of builds that focus around critical hits much easier, though even builds that are not focused on critical hit can benefit highly from this item. It is found during Act 4 and sold by WOTR. Another item is actually an entire category as I put here, and there are items that increase the threat range of weapons, or weapons with increased threat range. Do not underestimate the power of increased threat range, as the average damage of a weapon like the Great Axe with a ×3 critical and increased threat range goes up by 20%, and if you take the improved critical fit, the average damage goes up by 40%. So this is extremely powerful and can increase the damage of your melee damage dealers by quite a lot. There is also a ring that can increase the threat range of connected blasts and is found in Act 5, sold by the Skeletal Merchant. The axes I have here are all from the same relic event, the Symbol of Rovagug. And for our number 1 spot, we have an item found on the Gravestone Rock location, found only on Act 5 of the game during one of Scylla's personal quests. The item is called the Hammer of Masterpiece, and this might be the strongest weapon in the game, and funnily enough, it's not because of its damage or even its enchantments, but because of one of the abilities it provides to the wearer. The ability is based around the slots of amulets and rings the target has equipped. So when you get 3 uses of this ability per day, and when you target someone, the effect will depend on the slots they have equipped for rings and amulet. So if all 3 slots are equipped, they gain a +3 circumstance bonus to attack and damage rolls for 1 hour. This can be increased to 24 hours with the Enduring Spells mythic ability. Now, if the target has only 2 out of the 3 slots equipped, they gain just a +2 circumstance bonus to attack and damage rolls, but they also gain 1 additional attack per round, which is going to be at the highest BAB. And if the target has only 1 out of 3 slots equipped, they gain just a +1 circumstance bonus, but get 2 additional attacks at the highest BAB. And those attacks do stack with effects like haste. So this way, you can increase the number of attacks from your physical damage dealers by 2 per day, and I highly recommend that for any physical damage build on the late game after you get this item, you remove 2 of the rings or the necklace so you can use this effect for the +2 additional attacks, as this can increase the damage of your party by a lot. Those are, in my opinion, the best items found in the game, and while there are other powerful items, I do believe that most other powerful items are more build dependent, while the ones I showcased here can be used by almost any party. Even though the last item is a light hammer and not everyone will want to use a light hammer as a weapon, the intent of the item is not to be used as a weapon, but just to keep on one character so you can cast the ability for the extra attacks and then you switch back to your main weapon and don't bring out the hammer until you need to cast the ability again. I hope this video was helpful in giving some idea of what you can expect from magic items in this game and the utilities they can provide to your party. If you have any other item that I forgot to mention in this video and that you think was worthy of a spot on this list, let me know in the comments. But until the next video, I hope you have a good time.